Okay, I think we have actually already quite a few people, it looks like attendees here. So I'm going to quickly introduce myself. I am Angela Yeager. I'm Communications Officer for Paid Leave Oregon. Today's speakers are Department Director David Gerstenfeld and Paid Leave Oregon Director Karen Hummelbaugh. A couple quick notes. This call is being recorded and we will post the recording online and send that link out to you all after the briefing. We'll take questions after the opening remarks from David and Karen. And as a reminder, please just try to hold your questions to, one question plus one follow-up question. If you have any technical difficulties or you're unable to ask your question, just send an email to us at communications@employ.oregon.gov and we'll assist you. So now I'm going to turn it over to Employment Department Director David Gerstenfeld, who will make some brief remarks, followed by Paid Leave Oregon Director Karen Madden Hummelbaugh. Take it away, David. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Angela, and thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. This is going to be a shorter briefing as we just started accepting applications 2 days ago at 8 a.m. on Monday, and we don't have a lot of data yet, but we wanted to make sure to share what we do know so far. After years of collaborating with Oregon workers and businesses, the Paid Leave Oregon program is now underway. So far, this has been a very successful rollout, although there's still a lot of work remaining to be done as we review and process the applications for the first ever Paid Leave Oregon claims in our new system. I want to take a moment to recognize all the hard work that went into a project of this size and that the work is still ongoing. Employees from across the agency continue to collaborate on this intense effort. And I also want to thank those, including community members, who helped us with the user testing and who gave us some much needed feedback on our rules and policies. We want to be sure we are building the best program possible for the people who need it. We've already identified a few places where we can make the application process easier, and we're adjusting the Paid Leave Oregon Employee Benefits portal based on what we learn in these early days. At the same time, we continue to improve the Francis Online Employer portal that we launched last September, and we're working hard to prepare for the launch of the unemployment benefits in our new modernized system planned for next March. With that, I'm going to turn this over to Paid Leave Oregon Director Karen Hummelbaugh, who has some preliminary data.
Thanks, David. So the Employee Paid Leave Benefits portal in Francis Online launched successfully on Monday. And our data is showing that on average, it takes people about 20 minutes to file a claim. And we're seeing excellent usage on both mobile and desktop devices. We have received claims for all leave types already. And the types of claims that we are receiving are in line with our projections, with bonding leave claims far outweighing the other leave types. Bonding claims are those filed by parents who need to take care of a child during their first year after birth, adoption, or foster placement. An initial surge in applications shows that many Oregonians were really eager for this program, and our customer service team has been able to handle all of the calls and the website contact us form inquiries in a timely manner. So we're really pleased with those results so far. We're also really pleased with our equity communications, our outreach and engagement efforts. They're really paying off. We received questions from customers in multiple languages, and we were able to assist them. Some initial data for these first 2 days of applications: more than 6,000 people created an account in Francis Online, and about half of those have applied for benefits. We have received claims for all types of leave, so that includes bonding, family, medical, and safe leave claims. Our average call wait time is 9 seconds, and we received 775 calls on Monday and another 485 calls Tuesday. In addition, we've also received over 400 individual contact us forms with inquiries. Some of the most common questions we're hearing include what is a qualifying condition for Paid Leave Oregon, what documents do people need in order to apply, and can both parents take bonding leave? All of these answers are on our website already, and we will update our FAQs as we see additional questions begin to trend. Our Paid Leave Oregon website also saw a huge increase in traffic. On average, before August 14th, our website had anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 website users daily. On August 14th, the first day of applications and the launch of our ad campaign, we received more than 12,000 website visitors to paidleave.oregon.gov. Now, please remember, this is all very, very preliminary data. We have 2 days under our belts, and it's a little early for us to identify any trends. But starting next week, August 23rd, we will have a data dashboard on the OED website so that the public and the media can see our metrics. That dashboard is going to include the number of claims, average call wait times, and call volume as some examples of data points. We will continue to collect feedback on the experience of our customers with this new system, and we will make adjustments along the way so that we can improve their experience. We did receive a lot of nice compliments, including on social media, and many folks have commented that they're finding the system easy to use. If employees have questions about the application process, they can check out our website. It has really helpful information, including videos about how to apply. And we are also available to help through our website. You can use our contact us form there at paidleave.oregon.gov, or you can email us at paidleave@oregon.gov. I also want to remind employers that we are here to help them as well. If they have any questions when they receive notifications that their employees have applied for paid leave, they can reach out also. I think with that, I'm going to turn it back to Angela for the question and answer portion of the briefing.
Thank you, Karen. And now we're going to open the lines to members of the media to ask questions. Please make sure that you state to whom you are directing your question. As I mentioned before, limit yourself to one question and then one follow-up question. And if you are joining us by phone, please make sure to hit *6 to unmute yourself. And if for any reason you don't get your question answered today, please email communications@employ.oregon.gov. Okay, and I see Peter, you have your hand up. Go ahead. I have to unmute you, don't I? It's not working, sorry.
It's working.
Peter, can we hear you, Peter?
Can you, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, yeah, I can see it pop up to now. Anyway, I apologize in advance if you answered these last week. I was unable to connect. I noticed in your previous report on the experience of other states that these kinds of programs have an initially higher number of applications and then they tail off. Do you have those same expectations, and is there any explanation from other states why the experience happens that way? Either I can answer it.
Yeah, I think I can answer this one, Peter. The initial sort of surge of claims really comes out of those bonding claims because parents can apply for bonding claims anytime during the child's first year. So if you had a child in March or you're having a child in a couple of weeks, those are where that initial surge comes from. We do know that we are going to estimate about 12,000 claims per month after this first initial surge. So that's kind of the explanation for that larger number in advance.
Okay, and I have one minor question about, I assume these benefits are going to be paid electronically, similar to some of your other agency benefit programs?
That's correct. People will have a choice, but most people will be choosing that prepaid debit or direct deposit.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thanks, Peter. And next we have Rob Manning with OPB. Go ahead, Rob.
Hi, thanks for taking my question. It looks like, and what I recall is that these benefits are first available to actually be received on September 3rd. And I wonder if you have any estimate based on these initial claims, if there's going to be a big demand starting right at September 3rd, and is that going to create any logistical challenges for the agency to make sure that first push of benefits get out to people?
Part of why we wanted to open up the application process on the 14th of August was so that we had 3 weeks in order to work through the claims process, approve claims, so that we're ready for folks to take their leave on the 3rd. And then we will begin to process those payments at that point in time. So people's first payments would come in mid-September. So this is all part of what we had intended to do and are expecting that volume.
Okay, so is that sufficient time also to just do like a preliminary investigation of claims so that you know whether or not everybody qualifies?
Correct. That's built in, especially into that 3-week period. We have all of our folks who are on staff that will be working those claims and making sure that documentation is correct, ID verification, all of those items.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, any other questions? Diane with the Statesman Journal. Go ahead, Diane.
Hi there. So I think this could be for either person, but you mentioned, David, some of the early feedback you've been receiving and places to make the application easier. And I was just kind of curious on where maybe those initial stumble blocks might have been that you guys are quickly trying to address. Just wondering if you could expand on that.
I think I can start out, and I don't know that I'd call them stumbling blocks. We did a lot of testing, as I alluded to, not just internally, but with members of the public also. But we're watching really closely in the early days. It's primarily been things like we see people asking questions and we're watching how much our chatbot helps answer them. So we're identifying some things that we can phrase better to make it a little bit easier. We're adding, making it a little more clear where some information that we're asking for is optional so that people understand that. So it's mostly minor adjustments to wording just to make it clearer to more people. But so far it's been relatively minor. We're really watching closely. So if there is a bigger change, we can start implementing that as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Any other questions for David or Karen? And Peter, I just wanted to make sure your hand went up briefly again, but I think that was maybe just from before. Did you have any other questions? Your hand just went up again. Okay, go ahead, Peter.
Angela, you need to unmute him.
I can't, I don't have control.
Sorry.
Oh,
it
there,
popped
he's
up.
unmuted. There we go.
Okay, sorry it popped up. I did not have another question.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, great. I just want to make sure. Yeah, your hand's been going up, so we just want to make sure. No problem. Thanks, Peter. Anyone else have any other questions before we end for this week? Okay. Great. Well, as a reminder, this call was recorded. We'll send out that link to those who RSVP'd. We're also going to post it on our media page. Thank you again for participating today and for your partnership to keep Oregonians informed. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.